Alright, so hello everybody, I'm Nate, and this video is going to land on whatever this channel gonna be named. I don't know, probably Nate something. Uh, and yeah, this is going to be a very awkward video, isn't it? So it's just going to be me playing Slime Rancher, a bit of my own childhood game. Uh, Playing on a completely new safe file and everything. Uh, while I just rumble, I'm gonna just try to communicate, try to speak what's on my mind because, well, I might treat this series, if of course this becomes a series, but that's a topic for a different time. Uh, this is going to be a sort of just a way for me to vent a little bit because um, I feel like I need to do something with my life finally. So uh, quite a big heavy hitter for a game like this. Just you know, very odd if someone stumbles upon a video like this out of nowhere. But I'm just gonna try to talk about what's on my mind. Maybe some chat is probably going to become more casual. Some of it is going to be serious and whatnot. Depends on my mood, depends on what I would want to talk about and everything. But I just feel like I have to do it. Or that it would be nice to do it. That's my point. That I would really love to do something like this and a sort of a very casual gameplay thing going on because, well, it's kind of what I've been doing for a long time and kind of what I grew up on. Uh, Sorry if I might sound a little bit like, I don't know, hoarse, raspy. I don't know. Just, I might get really emotional during this. I'm already tearing up a little, which is not a preferable state, but the point is that mm, gaming is pretty much something I've been doing all my life. At the current moment, I'm 19 years old, and that would probably, but I think that does classify me as a Gen Z. And yeah, pretty much games were very present from that moment. Like pretty much everybody started gaining access to their own personal computers or laptops. I personally grew up with a laptop. Mm, Games were becoming much more accessible with much easier accessible games or consoles as well. Considering that, well, people knew more about the technology, so they allowed themselves to buy it. Like parents weren't as afraid or the stigma of games causing violence kind of, well, it didn't die down. It's still present, of course, but to a certain degree, it lessened much more after all the lawsuits against GTA and Postal and Mortal Kombat and whatnot. Uh, so it became much more present, and with that, well, at the era of internet began the era of Flash, the era of everything that you would classify under, very early 2000s internet. Mm, and yeah, I grew up on watching gameplay. videos of whatever games. Of course, it's all started with Minecraft, because it probably started for a lot of people with Minecraft. Like that game was a major hit, and it still is. Of course, Minecraft is a game that I have a very close relationship to, but I would deem it a very love-hate one. I don't know how to word it. Just I think that's a topic for something in the future if I truly continue with this. Oh, Ricardo is already popping. That's phenomenal. Because we do want that key. Uh, though, even if we do want that key, I don't remember what's the first place we should preferably unlock, I think. I'll go classical, as I always played it with the jungle later ahead. I unfortunately forgot the name. I didn't play this game for quite a while. I think it's gonna be like 3 years since now. Yeah. But back to the point. So gameplay for me started with Minecraft, obviously. Mm, and then I ventured onto other games, a lot of less players that I just enjoyed a ton. Mm, and uh, well, I was a kid back then, like a really small one. So no wonder I was walking around my parents and saying stuff that I'll become a YouTuber and I'll make like 10 trillion billion dollars off of ads and everything, and I'll like play with my favorite YouTubers, my epic internet celebrities and whatnot. Oh, I was blank at this time. Mm. And uh, man, I kind of, it's just kind of, you really wish you could go back to those times. You know, like pretending you were a YouTuber, thinking that being a YouTuber was like the biggest accomplishment, like the coolest thing you could do in life. And hell, back then it seemed like such a Sisyphean task too. Like I had no idea how to record because I didn't have my own PC. It was my dad's, and then it was my sister's. Mm, but it was always a thing that like I didn't know how to do. So I just pretended like I'm a YouTuber, which is well cute, silly, I guess. Uh, and now when I'm like unfortunately 19 and uh, just you know uh, I'm almost 19 and I kind of have to like I know much more. I know how to do things. I know how to live. Uh, and big quotation marks. I know what's going on in life. It really it just feels so easy and so hopeless. I don't know if hopeless is the word for what I wanted to mean. It's just I don't know. Being a YouTuber isn't a great thing nowadays, isn't it? It's not as major of a thing as it would be back in the days when YouTube was just beginning. That's a major thing, uh, which well really makes it so that this is not going to be this is probably not going to be a unique thing on YouTube in the slightest. Like, there's just a lot of people making Let's Plays right now that are very like personal and very casual. Like people allowing themselves to not make like grand, over the top uh, videos based on what clicks currently. Just people allowing to using YouTube again as a way to well broadcast yourself, like truly living up to the name of what this platform was supposed to be. Uh, like whether is it casual videos like casual gameplay or I don't know. Oh, wait, I'm gonna check them in. Casual videos where people just sit in the room and talk with a bad quality camera, but it doesn't matter. It gives off to the entire aesthetics, sort of. Like, I feel like people really notice the value of just kind of, you know, again, broadcasting themselves, allowing themselves to post whatever the hell they want. Uh, and and like there's a lot of people like this that I started like watching or just found out that I'm still subscribed to, and uh, yeah, they inspired me to try to do the same thing because well, it's going to be a heavy hitter, and I don't want to make this all sound like, like that I'm like that my life is the worst and that I'm living in pure hell. But aside from, well, my friends and family and my boyfriend, I don't really have a thing going on for myself in life. I don't really feel like I have a purpose or a special skill or passion. That's one of the biggest problems I have with myself that I began going to a psychiatrist for, and soon I'm signing up to come to, well, firstly, probably a psychologist to have some medical check on whether there's not some other issues going on with me. Um, uh, mm, but and here, yeah, that's going to be a very common thing. I lose my track of thought easily, and what I was supposed to say is that I will firstly go to to a psychologist and then to a psychotherapist, but I just lost my track of thought completely because I focused on collecting plots, and well, one thing led to another, and I hope it won't be too annoying, or that perhaps over the time I will learn how to express myself easier, focus on my track of thought is better, just talk easier because it's not going to be an easy watch, isn't it? Or an easy listen because this video is like this. The general vibe I'm going for is that generally someone else will play a game with me. Like they'll play whatever they play, something chill, something casual, or not if they wanna. Mm, Hell, I caught myself watching videos like this or watching ASMR while playing League of Legends, which let's be honest, this is not League of Legends isn't one of the best games to relax to or listen to things like this. Mm, mm, but yeah, I just hope that maybe through this sort of I don't know how to call it, like a let's play, an e-diary, mm, that I will just keep track of myself, sort of just try to understand myself better, maybe become a better person while talking. Uh, Hopefully, this video would preferably reach someone, because I have to keep in mind that if it doesn't, then I still need to persevere because that's a major problem of mine that I drop things easily. Mm, I started a lot of things in my life. Hell, I this is not my first attempt at YouTube. Because the first one was me trying to make a you know typical uh, random gameplay and me doing a commentary on something, and I edited much better. I spoke much better, but those videos were more scripted too. So I shouldn't beat myself over not being able to express myself properly back then because I wrote my thoughts and just read them. Of course, there was some freestyling, but well, you know, it's all written anyway, and it's all prepared, and it was a completely different format than being honest. Because right now I do feel like I really need to be honest with myself and whoever's gonna give a damn about me just talking. Like, preferably again, I still would like to persevere and do this gameplay, this let's play, even if nobody is going to watch. But of course, it would be nice to have someone that would suddenly be interested in it, for some reason or another. Just talking about life or some struggles or some things that just not struggles. It doesn't have to be specifically a place where I just cry about my state of life. Uh, like I do see a lot of things that are still positive, so it's nice to talk about them too. Focusing on the little things that make you enjoy life. Mm, so yeah, if there would be anybody, of course I'm gonna probably like respond to comments in an instant. Uh, to talk, chat, maybe just do whatever. Because it just would be nice. Uh, so yeah, I kind of think I managed to explain what this whole YouTube thing is going to be. What was that? Oh, right. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. So I think I did explain what is the purpose of all this. Mm, and I hope that, well, it will be enjoyable for someone because my goal in the end is to kind of get someone to watch this and maybe start doing something in my life because, uh, well, it would be nice to call myself an artist. It would be nice to call myself someone who enjoys art and tries to make art. Uh, but for one reason or another, it's just incredibly difficult for me. It's a horrendous struggle, and I do like what I'm doing. Uh, I love making my own characters and writing any kind of worlds, any kind of characters, any plots. Mm, I really picked up on writing things, but the problem is that I never finished them. I just jump from one. Uh, I just jump from one thing to another, and by the end, I don't really finish a single book that I told to myself that this is going to be the one that I finish. Mm, I don't exactly. Mm, like I like, for example, also singing. I'm trying to learn how to sing, but it's also very irregular and depends on my mood. Especially that I'm extremely afraid of raising my voice. I'm scared to scream, which is not going to be helpful because my taste in music is generally mainly oriented around metal. Uh, so that's not making it any easy. Uh, so, like, like I tried a lot of other things. Like, uh, playing a guitar because my dad specifically bought me a guitar, and well, he's a guitar player himself, so I assumed that he would want me to learn it, and he bought it, and buying an instrument is no like small cost. It's quite a hefty price, after all. Mm, especially with an amplifier too, like everything, like whole equipment. It's like a small price, especially well back then when my family didn't make as much money as they do right now. Uh, but I didn't. I tried the guitar many times, about three or four. That's as much as I can recall, and those tries just it didn't really go anywhere because I procrastinate. I have a lack of motivation, and I just drop things easily. I don't know. I just wasn't taught, or I simply didn't learn how to, well, just how to persevere, how to stick to a thing. And I end up feeling like I'm a really big jack of all trades, except there's no trades at all. Because, I mean, of course, there are a few things I'm good at, but I feel like I just get those like hyper obsessions that make, that I basically make out, like, I make them out to be, to define my life now. That this is me. That, like, I am defined by this and that. There is about a week or a month in some, in best case, like a few months, and it all just I just drop it. It just disappears out of a sudden. Mm, and I don't know why. I don't know how to learn perseverance. How to just do things that I like without dropping them, because I don't want them to feel like an obligation either. Mm, because I try to the mindset that I need to do it. That I am mm, that as if it was like treating it as if it was an order, a mandatory thing that they have to do, a task that I cannot avoid. And it worked for a long time, but it feels so exhausting to the point where sometimes you just get tired of the things you love, and that's not, that's far from a preferable approach. Mm, so yeah, it it just constantly feels like a struggle on how to manage doing things that I'm starting or that I'm continuing, that I feel like I'm good at, or things that I don't know if I'm good at, but want to try nevertheless. Um, so that's why I thought that with starting this YouTube thing, I could maybe learn how to start doing things better, because I can't lie, I might be a little bit too addicted to playing games, to, or just that I'm passionate about video games. One of my greatest dreams would be to make my own game, and I'm currently writing a game bible, like for a, well, what am I, whatever, just a concept, just a document with all the concepts that I want to have for the game that I would make with my friends and my boyfriends. Mm, and yeah, I'm just passionate about games because those were the things that pretty much well, I got born with them. Like, games were a major part of my life for a very long time. I think the first time I ever played any games, it was probably the age of 4 or 5. So, and since then, games became a very important part of me, especially that there were moments where games were the only things that kept me going in life. That they were the only thing that allowed me to feel like I live or allow me to escape from real life troubles. Mm, which is why I'm very passionate about them, and I spend a lot of time playing them. I spend a lot of time trying to get good at games, trying to complete games, trying to do 100% of games mm, to well, better or worse results. It also how well boils down to how easy a 100% is, because if it's too hard, then I tend to drop it too very easily, despite me being really dedicated about it. Uh, just playing games. Just I spend a lot of time in games. That's a fact, and I feel that this is the closest thing I have that that it defines me. That I feel like I'm good at. That I just cultivate as a thing. That I just play games very well. I mean, very well. Just. Mm, and yeah. Mm, uh, oh god, and I lost my triple fault again. Mm, god damn it. Just the point being that uh, with how much time I spend on video games, I feel like uh, I could truly maybe dedicate myself to just making a let's play, playing a game, um, and just talking, because that's what I do a lot of the time. I play games and I either talk with people while playing them or talk to myself. I talk to myself a lot, a lot of time. Mm, and I don't know if it's good or bad. It's just a thing we do. So with how much time I spend on it, I feel like I could really benefit from finally fulfilling my childhood dream of having a YouTube, you know, account. I mean, yeah, having a YouTube account. Having a YouTube channel and just recording videos, no matter the quality, because it's kind of a cool thing that we as people started to go through this cycle. At least that's what I see in people that are like in YouTubers that are like actually people that, of course, not to undermine. That sounded a bit rough. Just not to undermine people that do great content and put a lot of quality into it. They are, you know, but what I meant that like back then on YouTube, people didn't really care that much about quality. People just pulled out their whatever the hell webcam they had, and like recorded the game that they liked or that they recently bought and just got popular about it, no matter the quality. And then YouTube started spiraling into a lot of quality heavy things, and it's not a bad thing, of course not, but uh, I mean, more so, what I mean to say is that in most cases it isn't a bad thing, but in the most popular cases, it just really feels like YouTube is currently now suffocating in a lot. Oh, I'm sorry. In a lot of major, huge content that's supposed to make millions and whatnot. And then it just makes the whole point of YouTube broadcast yourself a little bit worthless. I guess if the thing died. So I'm glad that now people are starting to see it and kind of do it more. Uh, just trying to truly broadcast themselves, like themselves as people, like just having a webcam or not, just talking or playing a game they like because maybe it was popular, very popular from games and everything. Mm, so yeah, mm, I don't know how what will I venture into later because uh, another attempt that I had at making the YouTube was at that was to try writing video essays because I'm a very talkative person and I wanted to make video essays on a lot of things, mainly of course about games, but art related to them, uh, some symbolism, some just anything, just making a YouTube, just like making a YouTube channel in which I do video essays and just talk about my favorite things. Uh, but it also became hard. I started writing scripts for two separate videos. Uh, and it didn't really lead to anywhere, sort of. Uh, like, it's just, I just didn't finish them. Or finish them, but didn't really get to recording. Especially that it gets really heavy on my mind with concepts like getting additional footage for the game to record, getting some images going on, the fact that I would have to edit those videos and would just put effort into editing despite me, well, uh, I don't know, not wanting to learn how to edit, sort of. Or that I did edit it in the past, but it was in a program that I cracked, and now I cannot find the crack, especially that I'm scared of any potential viruses. Uh, and other programs just do not do it for me. Mm, did I? Oh my god. I was supposed to sell the playing plorts. Yeah, playing plorts. I was supposed to sell the playing plorts um, and give the puppy plorts to the Hansigns. Whatever. Mm, yeah, so. Uh, hmm. And would you look at that? I lost track of thought again. What was I even talking about? Yeah, this is going to be an issue. Oh, oh, it's just that I wanted to make video essays, but it got really heavy to think about editing, getting footage, like thinking about everything. So I hope that this thing will, this Let's Play of Slime Rancher is going to make me, well, it is going to make me sort of learn how to persevere, learn how to do things, learn how to do a thing that you like and stick to it because it doesn't require effort. It's not as much of a creative process. I'm just talking about my life and talking about whatever's in my mind while playing a game that I enjoy. Mm, so I really hope that this will teach me how to just do things, how to keep doing something, uh, how to function, just just overall. And once I truly learn how to uh, record a very simple let's play of a game that I like, and maybe then I will move on so that I can just actually make proper video essays or have maybe make because video essays is a thing that I wanted to make on YouTube, but I feel like it's not an issue if I would, for example, mix doing essays on uh, with at the same time just doing very casual let's plays like the one that I hope that I will make from Slime Rancher. Mm, so because another idea I had was to make ASMR because ASMR is a thing that I will consume on a regular basis. Uh, but that's definitely for a different channel, and it's definitely me talking about plans for what happens if I succeed, which it's well, it's a lesser chance that it's a there's a bigger chance that I simply drop it after a few episodes, and it just stays there on YouTube as a well, as a memento of my of another attempt at making my life feel like it has a purpose. Um, but let's not get too gloomy. Let's just focus on the fact that this is the first video that I'm actually able to record and that I will most probably upload. Mm, hopefully. Uh, and that I hopefully won't be too ashamed of it. But I don't think there's much to be ashamed of. I'm just trying to be honest about things in my life and why I'm making this. Uh, well, only time will tell. Time is my own perseverance. Mm, so, yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy playing Slime Rancher. They're all fed. And hmm, now's the question I want to talk about, if not just going up my mind about how miserable my life is and how important this whole mission is. Uh, hmm, well, I'm not really sure. I can just. Well, yeah, let's go with that. I basically tried doing this with Terraria firstly. This is not the first attempt at recording something like this. Mm, Firstly, I wanted to go with Terraria because, well, Terraria is a game that's also very close to me, but I feel like not as close as Slime Rancher. Because uh, Terraria, first of all, is a much less laid-back game. Because, of course, a game akin to Minecraft would fit perfectly here. Again, Minecraft is a topic for a different, uh, for another time. Uh, so I chose Terraria, but again, it's a much less laid back. It's a more well, it is a proper RPG mm, in which well you do fight a lot and you have to put a lot of time and thought into, especially with all the knowledge about the game, all the items you need, all the builds, all the drop rates, all the everything. Plus, the music was getting obnoxious for me for some reason. I don't know. I couldn't. It just was too obnoxious to listen to. It clogged my thoughts, and even here, I'm not really my thoughts aren't as clogged up, and I still feel a bit odd. Uh, uh, so I decided upon Slime Rancher because this is a game that I have much more memories of from the younger time. Because I uh, one YouTuber that I watched mainly from Minecraft, because this was the Minecraft craze. Uh, Started recording this game, started making videos from this game while it was still in pre-alpha, and I bought the game immediately. It was one of my first games that I bought on Steam, or more so asked my parents to get it from on Steam. Uh, yeah, I was in love with it. Of course, I had phases where I didn't play it for a long while because, well, this game can get a little bit stale, especially when there's no content, and back then it was a little bit of an issue. There was a modding community that was much bigger than it is. I feel like the modding community of uh, pre-release Slime Rancher was bigger than like what it is now. But the game also has a great amount of content on its own now, and the game really took a long time to release, but it did after all that time. And to a great success too, to the point where there is a sequel. And if this thing works out, then I'll probably play a little bit of the sequel, of Slime Rancher 2. Uh, so yeah, this game is just much more chill, much more close to me because ever since I was a kid and I had access to Steam, I was like maybe 6, 7, 8 maybe. I'm not really sure. That's not the point. It's just that this game is close to me and so relaxing. It's so nice. As opposed to Terraria, especially that I play Terraria on expert only. Uh, so that's also a major reason that simply playing on expert requires a lot more from you than if you would play normal. Mm, so that's going to be the game of the game we're just going to go with. Probably some. I doubt like right away in the next episode if it ever comes out. Uh, we're gonna talk about more about the game, uh, preferably. But I feel like I'm probably going to use this series to firstly get off all the things out of my chest. Maybe prepare just a tiny bit for the next episode. Like at least have a map on my second monitor, like a map or a list of notes of things that I want to talk about and that I should focus on, so that I have an easier time just talking. Mm, uh, but yeah, probably in the future I'm gonna try to talk more about the game itself because I do. I just love yapping about games that I'm passionate about, especially that uh, it's funny how I can, and this video is a proof of it. I can easily forget uh, things I've been talking about, or the fact that I collected a lot of poco fruits to feed the phosphor Gordo, and then immediately forgot about it, and I dropped all of it into the ocean. Yeah, fantastic. Mm, but yeah, like I can easily forget a lot of things or tasks that I'm doing on the go because I'm occupied with like talking or just suddenly I get different fault in my head. Uh, but I remember a lot about video games that I played. I remember a lot of info about them, uh, like the lore, the plot, gameplay, some mechanics, items, builds, etc. I just love remembering a lot of things, and I love the satisfaction of a friend, for example, wondering what is supposed to be the next point of progression in Terraria, and just well, like, dropping it from on the go, like not mm, just being their Wikipedia. It just feels satisfying. It feels like as if I truly help somebody in a task of any kind. Mm, so it's just nice. Mm, so it would be nice to well become a Wikipedia for a random person that will just click on it and decide to watch it all. And if not, then become a Wikipedia for myself, or just prove to myself that I am a good Wikipedia. I hope that mindset will get me somewhere. Of actually doing it for myself and not to gain something out of it, except, well, personal experience and to just personally feel better. Mm, yeah, so I'm not really sure how long am I recording this for now. I would probably get back to the base, collect a few more floors for easy cash, and I will finish it here because uh, I really talked a lot just now. Mm, I'm still surprised that I managed to actually just try and talk and actually open up to the microphone because there was a few other attempts that just ended up with me stuttering immediately, which means that pretty much yeah I'm shy and a little bit ashamed of any mistakes, but I need to sort of bust out of that thing and truly well I said it many times in this video, but just broadcast myself, no matter how imperfect I am, without any cuts, without any edits. Just let's do it. So I believe that we're going to end on me buying the overgrowth because that's definitely going to be one of my favorite like expandable locations because it's just so pretty. It's just well, it's overgrown with nature. The trees, the colorful grass, like it really it feels nice. Mm, so yep, with that, I'm going to end it. So for anyone that actually listened to it, I'm extremely grateful for you giving your time, just wanting to listen to me, just talk and ramble about pretty much nothing as of now. Uh, and to myself, I really hope that I do continue and do just do just to do those videos, do this Let's Play series, do more talking, and try to improve as I go forward with this so that I can truly have a Let's Play thing, just something that I make actively and something that I will finish eventually. So, yeah, that's going to be it. Goodbye, everybody, and goodbye, myself.